Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to build four screens: login screen, sign up screen, and upload screen and search screen. So as you can see here, this is our login screen. Okay, and below here there is a button. Okay, so when I click on this button, I'll go to sign up screen where a form is there where I can fill all the details, and once I click on sign in, it takes me to the home screen. Okay, so in the home screen there is a search screen where I can search other users, and in the upload screen, so whenever I click on select photo, it asks me to choose, let's say I select click from camera. Okay, so it is opening the camera, and let's click the photo. So here I get the crop option, and after cropping the image is displayed here, and here I can write caption. Okay, so let's say, okay, so there is a submit button, check button. Okay, when I click on this button, it gets submitted. Okay, so we are going to build this, and in the profile screen, I changed one thing. I add a logout button in the header. Okay, so let's get started without wasting time. First of all, in the profile screen, okay, uh, let's add a right button here. Actually, it will be icon. So the name will be MD exit, and let's give it a color. Okay, and let's import right from native base, and let's see output. Okay. Okay, you can see logout button here. Okay, so to get rid of the font warning, font error, let's quickly install the font and load the font which are required by native base. Okay, so for that we need to install a library. Okay, so library is installed. Now let's start the project. Okay, and here I have commented it. Okay, now let's import star s font from expo font. Okay, and one more thing I want to load is import app loading from expo. Okay, so let me just minimize it, and here, okay, I also want to import iron icons from at expo vector icons. Okay, and here, okay, let's create a function to load the fonts. Okay, so load the sync. Okay, so let me just copy the fonts, and you can copy these from native base website. Okay, I have copied it from there, and in the main component, first of all, let's import use state so that we can manage a state of whether the font is loaded or not. So let's create a state font loaded, and function will be is font loaded, and initially it will be false. Okay, and here let's check if not a font loaded, then return app loading. Okay, and it has a prop name start async. Okay, attribute, it will receive the function. Okay, and on finish we can simply call uh, set font. It will be set font loaded to 2. Okay, and that's it. Now let's restart our application. Okay, so now the error is gone, font error is gone, and now we can start working on our upload screen. Okay, so in the upload screen, first of all, let's import from native base. So we want container. Let me just quickly copy these things. And you also need dimension. I don't need text, and I also need dimension, and I need scroll view. Okay, and now let's calculate the width. Okay, and inside the upload screen, uh, let's remove this view and copy a header from here. Okay, and container style as well. Okay, load, and on the right we want button icon. Okay, but it is check mark. See, yeah, okay, cool. Now outside the header, let's create a content. Okay, and inside the content want scroll view, and inside the scroll view, first of all I want an image picker here. Okay, so the box view, below that a button. Okay, so for that let's create another component here. Okay, new file. Okay, so let's create a component. Okay, so I've taken name img because so that it won't create any problem with expo image picker. Okay, so here want few imports. Okay, view text, style sheet, dimension, alert. Okay. Now first of all, let's calculate width, and let's get rid of this and create a view. Style equals to line item to center, and okay, and here create another view. Okay, and here I want to display my image. Okay, and below the image want a button actually. Okay, text will be select photo, and button will be title, sorry, primary. Let's import button from native base. Copy this. Okay, so now let's call this image picker. Okay, in the upload screen, uh, let's go to upload screen and call our image picker. First import image picker from component slash, and okay, let's remove the error, and here inside this scroll view call image picker. Okay, let's image. Okay, so we got the button here. Now let's design this so that we can see the changes. Okay, so here first of all style this view which will contain my image. So let's give a width of width, height of height. Can't define. Okay, height of width, sorry. Okay, so margin bottom of 10 so that there will be a space between button and the box. Justify content will be center, and line item center. Okay, I want a border to this. Border color will be, and border width 1. Okay, and see now, and okay, so now let's give a style to this image. Width of 100%, height of 100%, and okay, that's it, and the size mode contain so that image will not get cropped button, that is align self to center. Okay, cool. Now now we need to install two libraries to work with image. Okay, the first one let me just install these libraries. So I copied uh, it. So first one is expo image picker and second is expo permissions. Okay, so let's install, and let me just comment it here. And now let's import these from port star as image picker from expo image picker. Okay, and import star as permission. Okay, and here let's run our project. Okay, first create a function, uh, verify permission. Now let's create a variable and ask permission and make this function asynchronous. Okay. Now we need two permissions, permission dot camera, permission dot camera role. Okay, and here if result dot status not equals to granted, then simply alert, show the alert to user insufficient permissions. Okay. Modify it anything you want, any way you want, and return false inside the if and return true outside the if false outside the if. Okay. So now let's create a image handler, uh, that is picker handler. Const take image handler. This will also be an async function. Okay. Now inside this, first check whether we have received the permission or not. Let's call our function if okay, if not of has permission, then return else. Want to show the user. Actually, this function take image now will be called whenever I press this button. So after pressing this button, we should get some sort of model here in the below, that's action sheet, which asks us to choose an image from gallery or click an image or cancel. Okay. For that, uh, first of all, let's import action sheet. And for action sheet to work, we also need one more thing to do. In the app.js, okay, you need to import the root from native base, and you need to wrap the main content inside a root. And in the upload screen, and okay, sorry, in the image picker screen, now you can use this action sheet So here action sheet dot show. It will take two arguments. First argument will be uh, options, choose from gallery. This will be an array of buttons. The third one will be cancel, and second is cancel button index, that is 0, 1 and 2 second from the buttons array. And now here let's check if button index. Okay, button index. Okay, so if button index equals to 0, this means that the first option is selected. Okay, so I will call a function choose from gallery, else click from camera. Okay, now we'll create these two functions. Okay, so here let's create these two functions. Const, first of all will be, let's say, choose from gallery. Now here let's create a function image, and let's make this function asynchronous. Image picker dot launch image library async, and allow rating will be true, so that we can get basic editing functions, and aspect ratio will be 4,5. So Instagram uses this aspect ratio. So, and quality will be 1. And for the next function, I'll just copy this first of all. Okay, before that, let's create a state variable here which will contain our image. So const picked image set picked image use state, and here import use state. Okay, so once this asynchronous task is done, we get our image path inside this variable. So just set image dot URI. Okay, and let's copy this function, and here I need to change this only. This will be launch camera sync. Okay, so now uh, here I want to show a default text that no image is picked if the image is not picked yet. So here inside the view, instead of this image, I'll check if not picked image, then I'll show a text no image prepared for post, else I'll show this image. Okay, and the image source will be a URI picked image. Okay, so okay, Okay, I forgot to rename the function name, that is click from camera. Okay, so yes, now we need to call this take image handler. So inside this button, let's call this take image handler. Okay, so now yes, we are good to go. So let's click on this. Okay, so let's allow and asking for permissions. Okay, so yeah, we got the option menu here down below. So when I click from camera button, it opens up the camera, and let me just click the photo. Yes, okay. So good. And now if I choose from gallery, okay. So let's say this is the image. Okay. So yeah, this is working. Now below this button, I also want to text field to enter the caption. Okay, so let's. Okay, so in the upload screen, first of all, let's pass a function as a prop so that we get the image path in this upload screen page. Okay, so let's create a function over here, and for image to store, first of all, create a state variable. Okay, and just import state, use state, and here create a function image taken handler. This will receive an image path, and in this just set the image selected image to image path. And inside the image picker, I want to call this function using prop. So inside this, choose from gallery. I want to call this props dot on image taken, and here I want to pass this image. Okay, just copy the same to this. Okay, so now inside the upload screen, let's just create a caption option here. So below the image picker, let's create a list. Okay, and inside the list item, and on the left, let's show our thumbnail. Okay, source will be URL. Let me just copy the URL from the fact. Okay, now let's give a style to this thumbnail, width of 40, height of 50. Okay, so cool. Now below this left, let's create a body, and inside a body, let's create a item, and inside a item, let's create input, placeholder, caption. Okay, and it will be a multi-line input. So okay, so you can see, and in the list item we need to pass some of st avatar, second is no border. Okay, now it's good. Okay, so you can see this is multi-line. and this page is done here. Now we'll work on this page in later module, later part. So now let's start working on a search screen. This will be a 2-minute job only. Now let's copy the header from here. Okay. And let's import these from native base. Okay. Remove this button. And here I don't want any body. Okay. And I don't want right. Instead of right, I want item. Okay. And inside the item, I want an icon of iOS search, and after the icon I want input. First import the input so that we get the suggestion. Placeholder will be search and return key type equals to search. Okay. Now text has already been declared. Yeah. We also need dimensions. Copy this. Okay, let's import item also. Okay, so let's give a style to this item. Width of width minus 40. Okay, cool. And we can change the color of page holder also. Let's leave it like this. Okay. One more thing is inside this header, instead of passing this no left, just pass search bar and rounded. Okay, cool. Yeah. So now this screen is also done. For now, we'll work on this screen in later part of the series. So now let's create login and sign up screen and the screen folder. First of all, let's create login screen. It is not suggesting import. So here we need to import from native base. I'll just copy this. Okay. So now we also need a color. We will import it later. Let's calculate width. Now our function will be login screen. Here, first of all, let's create a header. For that, let's copy header from other screen. Here, okay, so inside the header, let's remove this and no left. Let's remove this item, and here body, inside a body text login style. Okay, so now see our login screen. First we need to create a switch navigator inside a navigator. So just import this navigator from DF navigation. Create switch navigator, and here above home navigator create or navigator, create switch navigator. Here we create two screens, that is login screen and sign up screen. Login screen, and here navigation option, header shown to false. Let's copy this. Okay, for sign up screen, so let's import sign up screen from here. First of all, let's create a sign up screen also. Let's copy this. Let's import sign up screen, and below here let's create our switch navigator. Or navigator, and our app navigator will be tab navigator, actually call it, and here just pass this main navigator, and here it will be a create stack navigator. Okay, so here you can see first our login screen is loaded. So inside the loading screen now, let's start working on loading screen. So inside the header, let's create a container style. We will do the style later. Okay. So here let's create a view. Inside a view, let's create a text of your app name, anything you want. So here, first of all, should be text one, justify content to center, and align content to center. And here, let's see. So we're getting this here. So first of all, let's give a style to this view. Align self to center. And for the text, let's give a styling to this text. Let's increase the font size to 28 and font style to click and font weight to bold and give a letter spacing of 4. See, now let's give a shadow. And let's give a shadow offset to width 2 comma height and height of 2 and text shadow radius will be 2. Okay, so now below outside of this view, let's create a form and item and inside this input. Okay, so let's give placeholder username. This will be a regular. Okay, and outside this item, let's copy this item. Let's give a placeholder password. So let's create a margin vertical for this view, margin vertical of 20, so that a space should be there between all the elements. And here inside this item, style will be margin vertical of 20. Okay, so now um, and let's give margin horizontal to this form. Okay, now below this item, let's create a button and the button will be login. Okay, so pass few props, block info. Cool. Now below this content, I want a don't have an account sign up button in the footer. So let's create a footer below the content. Okay, so inside this footer, let's create a view, and here let's create a button, and inside the button let's give a text to this button. Don't have an account sign up. Cool. So now let's give a designing to this footer. So first of all, give a background color to a white. Okay. And for this view, give a style, align self to center, and okay. And for the button, be transparent, small, and bordered. Okay, let's move the border. Okay, so style, just make this a style. And for the text, don't want this text to be uppercase. Okay, so now let's give a color to this text. Okay, color start gray. Okay, now our login screen is completed, and now let's create a sign up screen. So let's copy this and the sign up screen, paste this, and here change this login sign up, and here sign up. Okay, so let's create one way to go to sign up screen. So below here, you can on this button on press, you can call props dot navigation dot navigate to sign up. Just check where receive props. Just receive the prop here. Now if you click this, yeah, we are on sign up screen, you can see. And inside this sign up screen, first of all, let's add few more fields here. Okay, so the first field will be our name, and the second will be username, and third will be our email. Let's copy this email, and password, and after password retype password, and after that your field for bio. So for that, instead of input, take a text area about us, and below about us there is a button. For the button, sign up, and just copy the on press for the button, and instead of sign up, login. Okay, so we're getting a very extra space here. So for that, just remove space from the alternative item. So remove space vertical margin from this password field, and from this about us. Now we are getting equal space. So we are not getting space between this. So now, so for that, let's give a style to this first input. Okay. So now we are good to go, and we are not receiving props. So let's see the props and just test it. Okay. So I have copied it to wrong button. Just copy it to this button. Okay. So whenever I click on this button now, I will come back to login screen, and if I click again on this button, I'll go to sign up screen. Okay, so this is good. And so for now, just create a on press here and pass our app navigator here. So whenever I click on this login sign up button, for now it will take me to the home screen. Same for the login screen. If I press login, so I'll come here. Okay. So now we have completed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.